Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be discussing the 4th of July offers. A lot of negativity with the split between Uncollected peoples and Cavalier peoples. There's a few things going on in the community around the 4th of July offers. Let's dissect the offers and at the same time look at why people may be a little bit pissed off. Also, let's kick off the video right by hitting the like button as well as the subscribe button if you are indeed new to the channel, and give your thoughts in the comment section about the stuff we're going to discuss about the 4th of July offers, whether or not you think they're good, whether or not you think they're bad, will you not be bothering, just have that say in the comment section. Now let's begin. For a lot of you, this may not be the offers that you'll be receiving and seeing at the same time. Initially, depending on how long you've played the game or against what type of classification you are, whether you're Uncollected or Cavalier, I believe this is very specific to what you get. For some people it's 4-star shards, tier 4 class catalyst crystals, you name it, a special gift was coming to you, so that was kind of cool to receive this, so thanks to Kabam for that. But initially what we need to do is talk about whether or not these deals are worth it, especially for you being whatever class you are. So whether or not you're Uncollected, Cavalier, we're going to try and see if we can dissect that and also the divide between them and why people are a little bit angry. The first thing to really mention is we've got a limit of 3. Obviously that encourages more purchases. I'm not always a big fan of these. I do feel that this then becomes too much of a well-based system. But at the end of the day, you spend your money, you do it how you like to. If you want to spend on the game, that is totally up to you. That is your decision. Now before, there have been deals like this, but they haven't been as stocked. And the reason this is quite stocked is the 6-star shards are a little bit more than normal. If I remember rightly, last time there was a £99 or whatever, the highest one for an All-Father's Odin. It was about 1,000 or 2,000 6-star shards, and that was it. Now we receive and see a lot more. There's the gold, there's the 2% tier 5 class catalyst fragment crystal. Again, it's going to be helpful for you that are going to make that kind of grind and push to get your 6 stars up further. And as well with the tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, is always well received, especially to get those champions up to rank 2 as a 6-star, even further progression in the future, and as well getting up those 5 stars to 565. The next thing is that you do get the 5-star hero crystal as an extra, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a thing that people are interested in. Either way, I feel that for those that want to make further progression with those champions, like those rank 2 6 stars and as well as those 565 5 stars, you're going to find that people are going to go for the more expensive deals. But as you get to the Tony Stark's briefcase, your Star-Lord's loot bag, and as well with the Peter Parker wallet, I think this is a case that you go, okay, well the tier 2 alpha is a thing I may want, but the fact is nowadays tier 2 alpha maybe could be grinded out for free a bit more by alliance based participation, so players may opt for, as I said, the 2 more expensive deals because they give the most or better things that you'd like to receive. It's just unfortunate that obviously as expensive as they are. You're saying to yourself like, well Rich, where is the falling out? Why are people a little bit annoyed about this? Well, this is Uncollected, and this is what you're going to get if you're Uncollected. So there are reasons for this. People feel that it should be across the board, and this is something that's been talked about in the forums. We will talk about it in a moment. But this is where the frustration largely lies. A stark contrast to what you're going to receive from the Cavalier version. Yes, there is value to some of this stuff, but a lot of players that are up and coming may be feeling that this is not across the board. It shows discrepancies and generally feels like there's a bad taste in the mouth. With Kabam Mike, first of all, saying the reasoning behind this split is to offer more level appropriate deals and offers to summoners. We mentioned that this kind of stuff would be happening when we introduce these tiers. They are designed to allow us to make different rewards available in different content for players' progression levels. The further thing is if you're pushing for Cavalier status or Uncollected status or whatever status it is, you will be able to get those type of deals, but you will have to restart the game in order to see that. So for whatever reason, say you just became Cavalier as of now, then restart the game and you should see that if you are interested in purchasing these deals. At this moment of time, I think it's important for you to have your say in the comments section. How do you feel about this? Do bear in mind anything said on the forum will be helpful, but any kind of post could be taken down and the thread closed. So it's important to still have your say in the comment section, or whilst it's still live, have your say in the link in the description below that will take you to the forum post that we've just showcased. Now let's just say you've picked up a load of those deals, you've got a load of units now to your name. What are you going to do with it? You may even decide that you're going to buy stuff like the Advanced Summoner Bundle, the Greater Summoner Bundle, but more than likely for those players that want to make further progression and have a load of units to their name, they're going to go for things like the Superior Awakening Bundle as well as the Superior Rank Up Bundle. Two things that are going to be amazing, but let's face it, at the end of the day, it's important to be careful with your money spend. You could be spending so much money on the game and it may be a little bit unhealthy, and do bear in mind the refund system has changed. So if you make a bad decision or kind of go, do you know what, I'm going to be low on money this month, then do make sure you understand that the refund system may not be good for you in the long term with your grind in the game if you still want to continue to spend. But either way, if you've got a load of units lying around and you're like, hey, look, I want to make further progression with the roster, then go for some of these bundles if you feel they are of value. With the things that are 10,000 units, I do think there's a bit too excessive. Maybe the lower stuff, especially with the advanced and as well the Greater Summoner Bundles being two things that are kind of close to the value without spending too much. Also, just a side point for me, the more I look into it and say base the idea of the Awakening Gem, it does feel that it is a little bit much for a free-to-play player. Yeah, it's cool to have this option to spend your units, but at the same time the spend is ridiculous. If you're then looking to then buy this additionally, then you have to really kind of ask the question like, well, would it be of more value to wait until the end of the year when the deals come out on the 25th of December? Will there be better ones on Cyber Monday? You're gonna have to ask those questions and just kind of go, will I then hoard my units for then spending on other content? That could be a better option. Just doing another little quick comparison and going up against the Grandmaster stuff, I think for players that have just got themselves the Uncollected title and are looking at this particular deal which they get, and they're like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good for me because I've just finished Uncollected or just finished getting Uncollected title. And they're like, right, I want to make further progression with the roster. This may be a good option for you. However, and I think this goes back to the point that people feel a little bit salty at it being not across the board and there's different tierings of offers that we get. They may feel to themselves like, hey, they may be just not able to get Cavalier, or they're just pushing for Cavalier, but they're falling up short. And then like, right, well, I'm left with this offer. It does create this kind of rush that within 24 hours, you have to get yourself a Cavalier status to get the decent stuff if you want to buy or if you want to spend your units on the deals that we just looked at. But I guess it provides some sort of clarity to that thing that Caban Mike was saying a while ago, and he was going like, okay, so 5-stars and 6-star shards are more obtainable, but not in a generic sense. This is more in a case of they're more available for those that are Cavalier status. And we start creating this kind of like tiering thing that not everybody can buy into getting certain stuff. It's kind of the talk last time that I was talking about the idea of the Legends title and the Legends badge, which technically doesn't create any kind of exclusivity, even though there's an extensive grind to get it, and whether or not that's something that should create its own type of special kind of event or special kind of buying scheme. Those are some kind of like questions I think that do need to be asked of the developer, and I think this is some ways answering that back and going, okay, so what we're doing is we're creating exclusivity, the way that they've created things like gates. The problem is when you put any kind of change in, it does rattle a few cages, so I think it will take a while for people to really kind of buy into this as being a thing. But in any case, sticking back to the core subject, and sorry for going off on a tangent, but the fact still remains, what is of value? For Cavalier status, I do think that it's going to be the last two, unless you're really close to getting, say, that next 6-star fully formed. And when it comes to the lesser bundles, then you're going to have to really say to yourself, am I close to getting something like a new 5-star, a new 6-star, and will this be really good for resources? Do I overspend? Do I underspend? Do I wait until Cyber Monday, maybe save up some more money because maybe I can't afford it? And to the free-to-play players, or the people that are going to spend on those units or kind of re-spend the units in their game grind for stuff like resources and shards, are you close to a crystal? Will this help you in any kind of way? Do you need the resources? Could you grind out what is being offered for free depending on where you're standing? Are you in a top tier alliance? Are you able to get tier 2 alpha more regularly? And at the same time, other things as well. Because to me, even though these two things seem good, they seem really darn expensive for the amount of units. 20,000 units for this. It is just like a bit extortionate, especially if you're considering that you're spending your physical money. Then you're looking to take those units and then reinvest them further into the game, then yeah, that's fine. But for those that may be free to play, you may be only able to buy one of these, and then that's the case, you then got to start saving again those units. My final thoughts is that I'm pretty much on the fence with this, and I may decide to spend, if I did, I'd probably go for 2 of the Odin Vaults, or maybe, depending on how much money I had to spend, one of these and one of the treasures. But we'll see. I'll probably make a decision close to the end, or maybe miss it and then go, oh, all right, fiddle-dee-dee, I'll just get on with my life, as one does. But there are some good value for those at different stages of the game, but I do agree that people may feel a little bit salty if they are not just there with a Cavalier status, but feel that they've gone as far with the 4-star stuff and kind of feel a little bit let down by Kabam in this particular subject. Have your say in the comment section about this as well. In the link in the description, it'll take you to the forum discussion point. And that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content. Have your say in the comment section down below, and I'll try and get a live stream out to you very shortly. I just wanted to record this video first and then go live a little bit later on, so bear with me. I will be going live. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.